Hey guys, Rafferty Pendery here. In this video, I'm going to talk about how do you hire your first employee. Now, this is exciting times. When you're looking at hiring your first employee, it's really exciting. And I've been asked many times about that. How do you actually afford to hire the first employee? Usually, when I start getting into the conversation with somebody, I ask them, so are you involved in sales and delivery? Like, are you doing sales and fulfillment? You're selling it, and then you have to do a bunch of work. And let's just take a service-based company as an example. You make a sale, you have to go and generate a lead, get an opportunity, you make a sale, and then you're the one actually doing all the work. I've asked people that and they say, yes, that's me. And I remember the first time I did this during a seminar, I said, okay, so let me draw on this whiteboard here and show you what I can predict. If you were going to measure your income on a graph, if you were going to show it, what would it look like? And I drew this up, down arrow, up, down, up, down, up, down. A whole bunch of people in the audience started laughing. And then somebody's like, that's exactly what it is. How did you know? And I was like, because I was that guy. I understood because I would sell and I would deliver. And so what would happen is I'd be reaching out to a bunch of people to generate business. And then I would get enough customers that I would go get all concerned about how to deliver to them. So then I would have to stop selling and I would go and deliver. Well, what do you think is happening? You still have opportunities of people that you need to follow up on. You still have people you could be reaching out to, and you're not hearing from them. I remember where I was at when I saw this. At the time, was the job that I had me in New Mexico, and I was renting a room, and I had a full-time job and trying to get my business going, and I was selling and delivering because I really liked the delivery. I started building out some technology, building out some websites, things like that early on 15 years ago. And I was excited about it. I had a lot of fun with it. And because I had fun doing it, I kind of wanted to keep doing it. And the other side is what would happen is because I was having to do the work, I knew that part. I was comfortable with that part. The part I wasn't as comfortable with was how do I create a steady stream of new customers coming into my business? That part I did not know how to do, and I honestly wasn't that comfortable doing it. I knew how to sell. I was comfortable selling. Like I could go and talk to people and talk to them about their problems and all of that, but I didn't know how to actually make that constant. And so because I didn't know that, I started to try to kind of ignore that a little bit if I was being honest with myself, and I would just go and focus over here on the part that was fun, doing the work. The part that I would start to talk to people about is, okay, so you're generating some sales, you're generating some opportunities. And they say, yes, great. Now, if you have somebody doing the part you know well, it's easier to train somebody to do something you know well. You can't train people on things that you don't know. I started to actually coach people on taking the part that they know, which is the delivery of that service, and getting somebody else to help them with the fulfillment. And if you're going to separate it, separate out the functions, get somebody to do that fulfillment for you, and then you can focus more on getting new opportunities. And what happens when you separate those roles is the guy who's selling is no longer doing the delivery, because what would happen is sell, deliver, sell, deliver, and you're never making enough money. And the question was, how do you afford to hire somebody? Well, think about it this way. If you do this well, if you do this right, and you get somebody who can help you with actually doing the delivery on the projects and the things that you have right now, and you actually spend more time selling, you would increase your sales. But you have to ask yourself that. If I really focus on selling more flat out, could I increase the sales? Could I increase the sales that I would cover the cost of this person and some? And you start to look at, well, you know what? If I had that freed up for me, I could just be focused totally on sales. Well, you're very driven on growing a business. When you're the guy who's creating it, you're very driven on that. And also realize when a business is small, that sales hat is actually several different hats. And we'll cover this more a little bit later. But when that organization is small, you're actually doing several different things. You're kind of wearing a PR function, a marketing hat, and a sales hat all wrapped in one. So a lot of people, when they think about getting somebody else, they go, oh, I'll just hire a salesman. And all I need is a sales guy to just sell as much as he can, and I'll focus on all the delivery. What's actually happening is you're focusing on the part you actually know well, that you like, and you're ignoring the other part, and then the salesman comes on, is not successful, and you wonder why. So separating those two functions out allows you to focus on selling and delivery. It allows one person to focus on one and the other to focus on the other. And it's interesting because sometimes you guys think, no, I follow up and all of that. But there's opportunities where when you're flat out focused on doing the delivery, if you're doing both, when you're focused on the delivery side, somebody's talking to you about an opportunity that typically you would pick up, or maybe you were slow on getting a proposal out. And then by the time you reach back out, they said, oh, well, we actually got that project taken care of. See, it's companies like mine that have dedicated salespeople and dedicated people doing delivery that will take that business from a smaller company. That's the reality of it. We're going to take the business because I can get somebody on the phone, talk to them about all their problems. What are they running into? Great, here's our proposed solution. Send them a proposal literally in 1 hour from introduction to them to a proposal. And many times we're closing somebody in the first call, couple calls. That's what's happening. So if you're not, somebody else is. And so when you think about speed of service, speed of delivery, even if you look at big companies like Amazon and they get it faster and faster, you can order, I want this exotic cheese grater, and then you're getting it in 14 seconds later. Like, that's what these companies are doing, is trying to get as fast as possible. They can service people, which, by the way, a lot of people think about that on the delivery side. They don't think about that on the selling side. So when you have a focus on each one of those things, you have somebody focused on it, you can increase your sales. You can increase your ability to grow your business. Thanks, guys, for watching my video. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm going to keep putting out content on a regular basis to help you on how you take things to the next level. Thank you, guys. See you in the next one.